What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Andre S.O.G. Ward. Get this. Andre Ward says Canelo Alverez would never fight him if he was active. Wow. And Ward says now he's 39 years old. He said believes that Alverez fight would never have happened even if he was to remain active during those years. He said, "No, I don't think he would have fought me," Ward said. "My name was never mentioned with Canelo Alvarez until he fought a common opponent, and he fought Sergey Kovalev. Kovalev, I don't want to say he was shot, but he was on his way out the door. He wasn't the crusher at that point of time. That's a strategic move, and that's what Canelo does. People get mad when you say that. He's earned the right. He's in the position with the fanfare that he has the country behind him to pick and choose who he likes. That's cool. You can do that. The only problem I have is when you start mentioning his name with the all-time great fighters, I have a problem with, because I am looking at the resume. And a lot of times the people point out the names, right? He beat this guy. He beat that guy. When did he beat them? Oh, he was past his prime. People don't know to look for those kinds of things. They just say it's a name. But I respect Canelo for what he's done and what he's doing. But I don't believe that if I was still active at the time he fought Kovalev, he would have fought me, because my name was never mentioned in the same breath as Canelo Alvarez if I was active. I think it would have remained that way." And let me counterpunch. Based on what Andre Ward is saying, that hey, I don't think that he would have fought me. I think I beg to differ. I think because you felt that Canelo fought people past their prime, and people don't really look at the condition of the fighters, they just look at the resume of the fighter. They don't look at how good that fighter is at that point. They don't look at that fighter if he's still active, if he's still able to do the things that he used to do. You know, I think that they pick and choose fighters based on time frame. They wait fighters out. They wait for the best time to fight a fighter, like they did Triple G. We know Triple G ran from Andre Ward, but that doesn't excuse the fact that Andre Ward, if he was still fighting right now, okay, even if he was undefeated, for one, I don't even think he would be in that weight class to be fighting Canelo anyhow. I think if Andre Ward was still fighting, he would have fought AJ by now. That would have been a super fight. He would have done a Roy Jones Jr.-ish type task of moving up in weight and trying out for the heavyweight crown, which Roy Jones did, which I think that would be the duration of what Andre Ward would have done. So I don't think he would have been able to fight Canelo anyway. You know what I mean? Him just saying that, that's if Andre Ward decided to stay at 168 or 175. But I don't think that he would have stayed there anyway. But if he had have stayed there and he was still undefeated, he would have still had to deal with people like Dimitri Bivol and Artur Beterbiev and those type of guys. You know what I mean? Alexander Vosnik. Those type of guys like that he would have had to deal with. You know what I mean? And over the years, if he wasn't beat, he wouldn't be where he was when he retired. Then I think at that point, I think that's exactly what Canelo would have done. Canelo was going to move up anyway, right? So I think what Canelo would have done, he would have saw Andre Ward as a perfect candidate based on looked at his performances and seen the things that he was still able to do versus the things that he was not still able to do. Okay, and I think he would have fought Andre Ward based on how Andre Ward was performing at the particular time. In this case, somewhere around this time frame. At 39 and Canelo's 33, yeah, he would have took that fight. He would have took that fight because it's a safe bet, because he's good, like Andre Ward said, he's good at picking fights at the right time. Just like he was with Golden Boy with Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar knew, you know, let's get him to fight now. Let's fight him now. He's ready. He's ripe. He's low-hanging fruit, right? Like they did Golovkin. They waited till this man was 35 years old to get in the ring. But before then, they were claiming they were middleweights, but you had the middleweight crown, and he gave up the WBC. This was back in 2016, people. That was a long time ago. Okay? And he ducked that fight for a whole year. Okay? And when he fought him to a draw, when Triple G still outworked him, then he waited a whole nother year to fight him. After the clenbuterol mess back in 18. So he waited from 17 and then waited a whole nother year and fought him when he was like after, because his birthday's, Triple G's birthday is April 8th. So he waited a whole nother year. So he was 36 years old at that time. So he was even a year older. Okay, so yeah, I don't think that at all. I think that's exactly what Canelo would have done. Canelo would have fought Andre Ward because Father Time will defeat us all regardless of how good or how great you are. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Andre Ward stating that Canelo Alvarez would never fight him if he was active today. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!